Good evening, a very, very good evening to you. I hope you're well. Just seen the sunset outside. It looks amazing. Oh no, don't go. Don't go and have a look at it. Just take my word for it. It looks really nice. Stay with us here on Hochanda because we are launching a brand new one-day special. This is what we do at 6 o'clock every day. And a one-day special is at a discounted price for 24 hours. But the stock doesn't always last 24 hours because we're usually very, very busy. And I've got an idea that we are going to be exceptionally busy for this one-day special because we've got all your favourites here. We've got pens, we've got journals, and we've got great guests as well. We've got our Lou Sims. Good evening, young lady.
Good evening, good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I am very good. Very excited about doing the show with our Lou because you are so inspirational with your teachings.
Oh, thank you.
And your artwork is amazing.
Thank you.
It really is. So, shall we let everybody know what we've got for the one-day special? And then we're going to head into some demos. Let's talk about Sakura, can we? We're celebrating 100 years, aren't we, this year?
Yep, Sakura 1921. So that's when the company actually started. But we're more familiar with Sakura, I would say, for the jelly roll to start with, which was the 1980, 1984.
Yeah, when all the neon colours started to come in.
Yeah, and also the jelly roll was only started out in 3 actual colours, and it's gone from there. And it took them a long time to get the gel ink to be able to flow through the tiny little ball that's at the end there.
Yeah. And it flows so beautifully, doesn't it? It really does. I bought some jelly roll pens on the good advice of our Lou Sims and I couldn't put them down. Could not put them down. Love them. So your one-day special, let's take you through the different elements that you're getting in here because you are getting a lot for your money. You're saving £10, it's £45.72, but you can split that price over 2 payments, but we'll send everything out at the same time. So first of all, we've got this great journal here. Love journals. Do you know what? If you've never used a journal before, if you've never put your ideas down, your thoughts down, or maybe just doodled into it and used all your different paints and pens, you are going to love doing this because it's an absolutely fantastic way of just sitting down by yourself and just getting it all out there and all your inspiration and ideas. So the journal itself, the pages are 160 GSM, so it's a really good weight to it. Also, I don't know if you can see at home, you've got the perforation running down there, so you can actually tear each one out perfectly without tearing it by the holes. But if you do want it to look like that, of course, you can pull them out. You can use your watercolours on here, you can use your acrylic paints, you can use your inks, your pencils on here, so it's going to be absolutely perfect for everything. So that's included, your A5 mixed media journal, really important to know that. You've also got your water brush as well. Love these because you've got the reservoir in there and it means you've got the water, so you're good to go. So you can add some water to that. You can go and start painting and using your watercolours in the garden. So you've got that included as well. And that's really easy to use, isn't it, Lou?
Very, very, very. I'm a watercolour person. Yeah. Anyhow.
Can you tell us, Lou, what the little reservoir stopper thingy, majiggy wiggle thing does?
The little stopper reservoir holds the water in place. So if you were going on the go, you fill the barrel, put that back in place, and it keeps the water there. Wow. And then screw it back together. Then when you get wherever you want to go, take it away. I mean, on my paint palettes, I actually put a 3D little dot. Yes. And stick that little red, the little black thing there, so I don't lose it. Full of good ideas. No, I've just lost too many.
Full of great ideas. Right, and then let's go over to the Micron pens. This is a special edition, isn't it, Lou?
It is, because it's obviously 100 years, and 1921, it was deemed that the colours are black and gold, and the black and gold are actually because to signify more of the colours that were around in the 1920s. Yeah. So that's why they've gone for the black and gold for the centenary edition for them.
But the ink itself is black inside. Yeah, it's just the outer casing that's black and gold, but it is a special edition. You get the 3 different sizes there, the 1, the 3 and the 5. Excellent for doodling, also great for just filling in when you've stamped and maybe there's a part of your stamp that's missing. These are superb for filling in the gaps, aren't they?
They are, and also, I mean, the 5 is a great one to actually do normal writing with, although they're not recommended to do like your writing, but you can easily do your writing. And I love the 3 if you're doing bullet journals. because you can write slightly smaller and, you know, just cram a little bit more into a smaller space.
We like that. Great for doing your outer edging to your cards as well, the little doodles that go around the outside. And if you are a journaler, you might do the technique where you journal something in, you write something, but it's not eligible to anyone else but you, because you kind of doodle scribble, which is brilliant. So you've got those three included, but there's more. We also have some koi brush pens included. You're getting the Sweets and the Botanic in colours. Look absolutely gorgeous. And let me have a look at these for you. So these are beautiful for your brush lettering.
Definitely brush lettering, because they're a water-based dye inside each of the pens. You could do your blush lettering. You could even do tip-to-tip techniques.
Ooh, so what's that, Lou?
Ooh, it means one colour sits on top of the other colour, and then you can blend it out, and gradually it will start and create a merged colour. So that for your brush lettering, you can do that straight away as well.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
And also, I mean, I love them because you can take them on the go. If you're lucky enough, and previously when we've bought them, you might have a blender pen.
Okay.
So you can actually use a blender pen with them, as well as the water brush pen we've got as well.
Are we going to be looking at things like that in the demonstrations today?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So they come included with your One Day Special, but there's more. There is more. You are getting 3 of the Glaze pens. You get the white, the black and the clear. Now these are interesting because I've not actually seen these before, but what I've got here, hopefully you can see these at home. So I shall wiggle it just a little bit. You can see the white just at the bottom there. And then if I just pull that back, I don't know whether you can see this. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Can you see that? Clear, which is brilliant. Why do we like these?
Oh, I love the Glaze pens. Glaze pens give a glazed look, as they say, but they give a slight raised look as well. So you can create the dome effect. They dry within slightly longer than the other jelly roll pens, between 5 and 10 minutes. But you can create that beautiful domed effect. You can layer on top of them and make the dome, you know, bigger and bigger and bigger, but they dry really, really quickly. I love them for when I'm doing card making. So, for instance, you wanted to put like a raindrop on something.
Oh,
the Glaze pens are perfect for actually doing all those type of things as well.
That does look lovely. Now, if you like the colours that were on there and you're thinking, oh, I'd like to get some colours, we do have some coming up for you in colours, but this is your One Day Special. So your white, your clear and your black, they're included. What an absolutely fantastic deal. For any beginner who wants to start their journey into colouring, for any beginner that wants to start their journey into journaling, I think this is an excellent idea because you've got that burst of colour with the pens, but you've also got the Micron pens in there as well to do all of your doodling. Divide that cost into 2 payments. It's interest-free. 097995 is your item number. Excellent deal. It really, really is. Everything is going to be dispatched on I think it's in 2 weeks' time. So everything will be dispatched on the 31st of March. So not too long to wait. That's because it's coming from the Netherlands.
Yes.
So that is absolutely perfect. But when you get them home, I know you will adore them because I love my Sakura pens. So 097995 is your item number. Right, we have a pick and mix available for you. Oh my word, any 5 of the jelly glazes available to you. So it's a pick and mix, or you can go for all 10. It's going to be entirely up to you. So your pick and mix is £11.25 for any 5. Oh my word, that's excellent value for money, but most people are going for the whole complete set of 10 at £19.50. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You would go for this because you've got all the colours there. The yellow, the pink, the beautiful peach, the red, the green, the blue. You've got that great grey in there, the black, the white and the clear. So that is your complete collection of 10 for £19.50. Now, I know you're getting the top 3 in the One Day Special, but if you wanted to go for this as well in your One Day Special, they are colours that you're going to use a lot, and it just means you've got an extra set at the top there. Then you can divide the cost of this into 2 payments if you wish. 076752 is your item number. Can I just show you a sample that has been created using these fantastic Glaze pens? You can see there, so just give that a bit of a wiggle, that beautiful glazed effect. Do you know what, Lou? This is for when I think like you say, you want to highlight something in your work. You don't want to use, let's say, glossy accents because it's too much. You just want that suggestion that's going to make your eye go, ooh, what's that?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And it is, and because they dry quicker than a glossy accent. Glossy accents is fantastic, but you know that they're not quite as domed, but it dries out a little bit quicker. And for the impatient person amongst us,
well, this is true. I'm very impatient, so I think these are going to be perfect for me. And do you know what? They're perfect for everyone out there because these are flying out. The set of 10 flying out. So £19.50, 076752. Now, the website is where you can go and see everything that we've got for you on the show. Please go and have a look at all the different sets we've got available for you because we've got a complete collection of the Koya brush pens. We've got more of the sketchbooks. The black paged sketchbooks, oh my word. All I can say is buy them. They are amazing. On Lou's recommendation, she said, just try it, Janice. Go for your black paper journals, go for some of the fluorescent pens and give it a go. I don't normally use colour, so I was like, really? She said, go and give it a go. I did. I love them. I absolutely love them. Put lots of pictures of them on Facebook, so you'll be able to see them on there. We've also got a pick and mix available for you for the jelly roll pens, so you can go and choose your favourite. You might want to stock up. You may have bought them last time and you want to stock up, so this is a great way of doing it. I think these are going to make a great Easter present. Will we get them in time for Easter if it's been dispatched on the 31st of March? Not sure. Not sure. Easter's the 4th of April, so maybe not. But birthday presents, treat yourself. The weather is getting better. Yes, in like a lion and out like a lamb. That's what my producer said. Not about me, although that is a good description of me. When I come into work, no, we're talking about March. So when I say the sun's coming out, we're going to be sitting outside in the garden. We're going to want to start doodling, sketching, sitting in there inside, maybe having a look at the sun outside, sketching and doodling with all of the fantastic pens and colours. So go and check all of those out on the website. But your one day special is busy, 097995. Let's head over to Lou and have a look at the inspiration. What we're going to do, Lou?
You've got some bits over there, I think.
Oh, I have indeedy doodled.
Yes, I thought you could doodle along.
Oh, please, yes.
Right, now, I know and appreciate that starting a doodle in a big space can be very daunting for someone. So I thought we'd have a go at it, doing it a little differently.
OK.
And what I do is I will take a big piece of paper. I mean, we're working on a slightly smaller one at the moment. And I will actually do a grid. Because this now means I can either do a long doodle, I can do small ones, I can do it in squares. And then it doesn't seem quite as daunting. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
So we're doodling by the grid.
We're doodling by the grid.
Do you know what, Lou? I don't think people at home should be afraid of doodling because I think most of us, if we're on the phone or if we're chatting or watching the TV, I like to do like 3 things at once. I doodle, but I don't think about it. So I just put my pen and it's just like, and most of us do that when we're on the phone, just doodle. We look down and we're like, oh, look what I've done. So just give it a go, Lou.
I think, yeah, definitely give it a go. But I think it's then, once you've done that, is how do you make it bigger if you've started it? And that can be the daunting part, and then people don't know where to go from there. So I've done us a little grid. Yours is identical to mine.
Right, which way have you got yours?
I've got mine with the diagonal lines to the top left.
I'll do that as well, then.
You know, I had to work right, left.
I'm just looking at pictures and just following you.
Oh, that's even better. And then what I've done is I've just done some longer lines here.
Okay.
And then we've got some smaller grids where we can do some other different work. So I thought we'd start really simply by this grid here where I've marked it out into centimetre squares.
Ooh.
Yeah?
It's like going back to a math class.
I know. Well, I thought, well, I better be accurate, you know, rather... Normally at home I'm not, I'm like, that looks cool. And all I thought we'd do is just sit there with a micro pen and just do like an eyeball shape or an oval, a leaf. So they're going to go all in the same direction.
Okie dokie.
And because we've got the square there, we know our starting point and our finishing point.
Oh, let me see. Ah, I see.
Does that make, yeah?
Do I do them all the same, or can I now change my mind now I've looked up at yours?
You do it as you want to do it. And don't forget, I've given you 5 different rows, so it can change altogether.
Ooh.
Yeah?
I'm gonna be a
so now if we wanted to make these leaves, we can just do a little line up there and just add some little branch effects, so we can give the impression that we're going to turn these into leaves if that's what we want them to be.
Oh, okay.
And once you start getting on a roll, it's easier to fill a space up.
Yes.
Now, I find it easier to turn mine round the other way. Now, you might not. It's only because I'm coming back on myself now. So I'm just going to do the same shape and fill it up the same way. So I'm just going corner to corner. And I'm going to say, I mean, I'm in awe of when you see the Zentanglers out there, that every single shape is the same size. And you think, how?
I know.
It doesn't matter if I do a grid or not, it just doesn't...
They are incredible, aren't they?
They are. But then I think sometimes, as you were saying, if you're going to get lost in doing a doodle, do that. So if I turn that round, sorry if I'm moving, I've now got a set of leaves, if I want them to be, and all I need to do then is take that line down the middle.
Oh, look, oh, yours, oh, I like yours, I've gone wrong.
No, have you gone wrong?
No, I've not gone wrong.
There you go. Don't forget though, once you add colour, because
yes.
the Micron Pens are, you know, pigment and they're permanent. So once these are dry, we can watercolour over these. So, you know, they make it perfect. And then you could just carry on doing the same thing and you could fill up the whole square. So now that you've got... So I'm going quickly now. I won't do all the leaf details.
You'll notice I go very quiet when I start
I'm not saying that I give you doodling to do for that reason.
Now, we're getting really busy for the one day special. I do need to let you know that. So very busy for the one day special. That is available on 2 payments. Lots of people taking that up on the 2 flexi payments, which is great. It is on extended delivery dispatching on the 31st of March, but that's normal because it's coming from the Netherlands. So I was going to say Amsterdam, but the Netherlands, to give a broader variant to it. I don't know what I'm saying because I'm just doodling away. But the highlighters are on their own. Sorry, the fine liners. Janice, pay attention. Sorry, the fine liners are down the bottom of the screen. They're £9.99. Now that is a great price because not only you're getting 3 great fine liners, but they are the limited edition as well.
They are. They've got that lovely gold cap.
Yeah.
So now, just by filling those squares, I can turn these into different leaves. And that's just one pattern block that we've done really, really quickly. And a lot of people use it like, you see it a lot on knitting sort of patterns, you know, that sort of cable look and everything like that. So that's just by doing little centimetre squares and just doing an oval shape.
Yeah. Right,
so then I thought what we could do is we could, I'm thinking now, you know, we go, right, OK, what we're going to do. So this one here, I thought what we're going to do is we're just going to do like a hill shape, and then we're just going to mirror it the opposite side so it looks a bit like that, and then we're just going to give it a border.
I see.
Now if you would prefer to use pencil to start with,
all I can say, if you've got somebody in your family that won't stop talking and you want a bit of peace, get them the one day special.
Now we are actually doodling on the paper from the from the journal, from the one day special. I've just cut it down because I just thought it would be, you know, really. So there, we've got that there now, and then we can. Then this is when you can bring in your own personality. So we could sit there and all of these. I won't do all of them, but you could do tiny little circles.
Yes, do you know what? I love doing circles.
But circles, because we've created our own lines, and because they're not uniform, they're not even, if our circles aren't the same size, it doesn't matter.
No.
If they look oval, if they look like we've stood on one, it doesn't really matter. And then you can do where you've got the white gaps, just go in with your pen and just lightly fill the white gap. So you can carry on building and building and building. So I'll go a little bit. Now from this pattern here, you know, I'd carry on, we could then, I'd do exactly the same here, and then you can do the opposite effect. We can sit there now and just do little lines joining the 2 across.
Now I hope you're doodling along with us at home, and I wonder what kind of pens you are using. Are you happy with them? Are they a little bit too thick? Do you need something finer? Do you want to add that real fine detail to your artwork? If you do, then the one day special is definitely for you. It really, really is. Now, almost 20% of the stock of the one day special has gone. We are exceptionally busy. This is a 24-hour deal, but 20 minutes into the first hour, 20% of the stock has gone. I don't want to scare you into buying it, but I also don't want anyone to miss out on it. So it's a good idea just to make sure that you check out your baskets and get exactly what you want.
Right, so now if we wanted to, so we can do, so then this is when you could carry on putting some little dots, or doing tiny little dots like this is something that's achievable for absolutely everybody, because even if you can't draw the circle, you could use the nib of the pen. So get a thicker pen and do it. So you can carry on adding your detail that way. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself a couple of lines either side of this shape. And put that pen down. And then I've gone for the real fine pen that's in the One Day Special. And all I want to do is use this fine pen to gradually create a little bit of shape just by doing little lines and building them up bit by bit, and doing it the same from the bottom this way. So in the centre the line is longer, but at the sides it's slightly smaller.
Oh, I see. So you've got that like large area at the top, and then you just...
So what we're doing is we're creating the illusion of a false shadow, but it also makes it look a little bit rounder.
Yes.
If that makes sense. So you've given yourself a chance. So we could do that on. I personally just do with a thicker pen the 3 lines I want to do, only because it just gives me a visual clue of where my centre and my sides are. And then if I use the finer pen and just do it, I know I won't press down so hard, and it will create a subtle shading. I was trying to think of the word.
Are you a patient doodler, or are you impatient? Because I think I'm an impatient doodler.
I think it depends. If I have an idea in my head and I know where I want to go,
right,
and then it's just not translating to the paper, then I'm impatient. Right. If I can just sit down and just do it, then I'm fine.
So I think that's why I can't do the Zen tingle dangle dongle.
Okay.
Because you have to be really precise, but I'm...
But doing it this way, where we're just doing it in small blocks and we're not taking over a whole page,
yes.
It's a bit like a practice. You know, like we were saying, muscle memory. I mean, I do struggle. I love the decorative writing, but I do struggle, and I know it is muscle memory. But all we're doing is we're making a doodle a little bit smaller and a little bit, so you can become a little bit more confident doing it. So we can carry on with that one.
I've got to interrupt you, and I do beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden, as they say. I've got some news for you. The gold edition fine liners on their own have now sold out. I knew they'd be popular in limited edition. They are a limited edition, aren't they? Limited edition.
Yeah.
So the only way to get a hold of them now is in the One Day Special, 2 payments of £22.86, but it means you've got them, and they're included in this wonderful bundle. This could be that lovely starter kit that you want to buy somebody who's been saying to you, I'd love to start journaling. I've been watching Hochanda. I see Leonie journal. I've seen Paola journal. I've seen our lovely Lou Sims and Lou Withers, and they love their journals, and they're often putting artwork in there and their thoughts, and I want to do that. Well, now you've got them this fantastic kit that's going to allow them to do just that, or it might be you to do just that. So your One Day Special, 097995, £45.72. You are saving £72, but you can divide that cost into 2 payments, which means anything else that you add to your basket, you can also divide the cost of that into 2 payments, which means you might want to go for some of the other items we've got on the show. So we'll go through them for you in a moment's time. So your One Day Special, pop it into your basket and then add some other items into your basket if you wish. So you can then, of course, divide the cost into 2 as well. You know, this doodling is absolutely addictive. That's the only thing I'll say. Once you start, you can't stop. And to prove that, I'm just adding some more glaze, to my doodling as we bring the cameras over. So I've got to quickly finish, but you know, you just can't stop. You just can't stop. So I've added some glaze. Now, most people are going for the whole set of 10. 40% of the stock has gone. Now, you get your top 3 in your One Day Special, but this is a great idea to buy the whole pack of 10. So you could put these to one side if you want to, give them as a gift to somebody if you wish. But it means, I think you're going to use these a lot, because I've just been using the clear. It's now starting to dry. I don't know whether you can see that. Let me hold it that way. It's just starting to dry now. Can you see that glaze that's just gone over there? So I'm doodling, but then I thought, oh, I'll add a bit of glaze to that, which I did. And I just want to carry on with that, but I can't because I've got to talk to you guys at home, which I don't mind. So 40% of the stock of the 10 has gone. 076752 is your item number. Right. You might want to add your white pens to your basket. Now, these are a pick and mix. I'll just move my doodling stuff out the way. You've got 3 sizes, or you can go for one of each. And when I say one of each, so you've got one of each in a pack, which is this one. And lots of people are going for that option. Let me just drop this in so you can see. So that is the bottom one we're looking at here. That's your mix of 3. So you've got the 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5, and half the stock has gone. Oh, do you know what? Get some craft card, get some black card when you get these home. You're going to love using them. They just add that punch, they add that detail, don't they? And doodling with these as well, it's just fantastic, especially if you're going for some of the neon colours. I love the white, just to do some little round dots in the centre. You're going to absolutely love these. So that's the pack of 3 if you want to go for that one. And then you've got a choice of your fine, your medium or your bold. So you choose, you decide. It's a pick and mix, you can choose any 2. Lots of people are going to go for the set of 3. So if it was me, I would probably go for the set of 3. And do you know what? I would go for the bold because I like using the white to add like little dots and circles and details and things like that. Which would you go for, Lou, if you were choosing 2?
Ooh, definitely the set of 3.
Yeah, which a lot of people are doing.
And I would say for me it would be the fine.
Would it? Oh, because you like to do lots of fine lines with it.
I do. I like, yeah, doing very fine detail with the fine, whether on black or in your journal work. Yeah. Because you can add tiny little dots, but you can also do the fine cross-hatching with it, so you can add your light and dark in very easily. Fine.
Now I want the fine, Lou said that. Well, the thing is, if I did go for 4, then I'll do that, because it will just, the price will change accordingly. And if I'm going for the one-day special, I could divide the cost into 2. Now, it's going to be £19 if I go for all 4, but if I go for all 4 with the one-day special, it's only £9.50 today and then £9.50 in a month's time. We're very, very busy. Now, all I'll say is when I tried to get hold of pens like this, after I did a show with Lou, it was a one-day special. Do you remember when we did the black journals?
We did the black, and I gave you some white pens and some Moonlights.
And I tried to get some more online. Could I find them anywhere? No, I couldn't. Did I regret not buying more on the day? Yes, I did. So that's all I'll say. We are very, very busy for the mix pack. Everyone's going for that. We're limited stock now for the mix pack. Everyone, oh no, people are going for 2. That's a good idea.
Because you get 2 of each size.
2 sets of the packs of 3. It's going to go any minute. The last few people to get that one in your basket will be happy. Sold out. Wow. Well, maybe I can take that home with me. No? Oh. You sure? They need it back. Sorry about that. Right, so your pick and mix consists of these 3, which of course are your fine, your medium and your bold. Right, let's move on. Jelly rolls, love these. Oh, now, here's another thing. Could I find a mixed pack for love or money? Last time I wanted to get one. No, I couldn't. Well, here they are. £29.99, saving £13, 940662. Why do we love these, Lou?
You have got a really good comprehensive starter. You've got metallics, you've got Stardust, you've got the fluorescent, and also you've got a white. And it's a size 10 white, so it's the larger nib on it. Yeah. So you've got... Yeah, you've got a mixture of absolutely... Because the green of the metallic will blend into the green of the Starlight. Yeah. They are, whilst the ink is wet, because it's a gel-based ink, you can blend it out. So now I can do watercolouring effects, but add a nice shimmery effect to them. The same with the metallic, and definitely with the fluorescents. Yeah. Love doing that with the fluorescents.
They're fab, aren't they?
Yeah, and then you've got the white as an extra bonus on top. The Moonlights are opaque. Yeah. Which means they'll obviously create a solid colour. The Starlights are fantastic for going over. So if you've coloured something in, but it's just missing something, you can then colour over the top, and it adds that subtle sparkle and another layer of colour. They're a little bit more translucent.
Yeah. Do you know what? I love these. I didn't bring, I'm going to post some pictures later on Facebook if you're interested, because again, this was inspiration from Lou. I saw her using these and I didn't use colour, I just used to sketch in black and white. And I just thought, and Lou said, just give it a go. Forget that they're colour, give it a go. And that was it, I was hooked. First thing in the morning when I'm up, I'm like, gotta have a doodle. Pick up the book, doodle away, and then put it down to one side. These are so much fun to work with and a great addition to your crafty stash. And we are extremely busy. I knew we would be. This is a brilliant set. It's a taster of everything, isn't it? 20% of the stock has gone though. And you really will have fun writing, colouring and so much more. I don't know what more is, but you'll tell us when you get them home. 940662 is your item number. That is just superb, isn't it, Lou? It really is.
They do. I mean, the jelly rolls are designed to work on non-porous surfaces, so they're not just about us and our journaling. Yeah. They'll work on MDF. They'll work on. I used to doodle on my glasses case.
Oh, you've got a mask there.
My mask.
And is it on the glass and the mask that's with the glass and the mask? That was a rhyme.
Yeah, the glass there. That's done now. To work on these sort of surfaces, you have to go a little bit slower.
Yep.
So that the roller ball can catch up with you and the ink will flow. The mask is a plastic one. So that one there has got moonlights on it. It's got glazes. It's got the metallics. It's got the white. I've then even gone over the top with another jelly roll on top of a jelly roll pen, because they themselves, once they're dry, are a non-porous surface.
So do you have to glaze over that to keep them in place, or will they just stay?
No, that's been coming. That sits in my window at home with the sun.
And so look at that mask.
And the mask.
Imagine going in the supermarket with that to buy your bread.
I mean, and the outline for the mask there actually is the black glaze pen.
Oh, is it?
So I started off with the Micron. And so the inner bit is the Micron. And then I've gone around with the glaze so I can have like a raised effect and a glossy effect.
What a great idea.
But there's the moonlights in there, there's Stardust in there. I've gone over with glazes.
Where did you get the inspiration for that?
Paula. Yeah. She has a beautiful Day of the Dead book.
Not Paula's face.
No.
No.
But I couldn't find a skull mask. That was the nearest white mask I could find, sadly.
So it's from Paula's book?
Yeah, Paula has a beautiful book about it, yeah. And I keep forgetting to bring the book up so she can autograph it for me.
Oh, there you go. Paula, if you're watching, we need to get you to autograph the book next time Lou brings it in. So we have got some, by the way, we do have journals for you on the show. I just wanted to tell you about this. We're going to show them later, but these are the ones that I've been using. I just wanted, I'm just so excited. So excited. Right, we're moving on. We have got the metallic collection for you. So you've got all the colours in there. Your black, your grey, your green, your blues, you've got your purples, your reds, your browns in there, your yellows. You've got 12 in total. $15.99, that is an excellent price, it really is. You're saving £4 on the normal $19.99. 848857 is your item number. And I have got a swatch for you, just to make sure that that is the right one. Well, let me show you this, because this is using a fantastic mixture of the paints, but you can see here with the metallics just how fabulous they are. Yeah.
On there was I doodled it out, and then I've gone over with gel medium and then with a pearl medium and coloured those with the jelly roll pens.
Oh, I'm just going to go home and do this now.
Because they're water-based, I then just dragged them out with a little bit of water to create like a mock sort of nebula thing. She says
a mock nebula. Now that's not a sentence I would have thought I
did lose the will to live doing little tiny stars and did resort to paint to do some of the flicks because I was going.
It's a good idea though. Good idea. So those are the colours you're getting in your metallics. They're absolutely fantastic and mix really well with other mediums that you've got in your stash. 848857. Right, let's move on to our Moonlight. Now these are the ones I absolutely your Moonlight Fluorescent. I fell in love with these, I did, and I bought one of the black journals and just fell in love with these. They are fabulous and they do look absolutely amazing when you're using your black paper or your journals. They really, really do. These are $17.99. You're saving £5 on that initial $22.99 and you're getting 12 in total. These are definitely worth going for. I've got these, love them, absolutely love them. They're always at hand for me to doodle with. Now we've got another set for you. And you've got your Cosmos. So these are your Moonlight Cosmos. What's the difference between these and the neon, the previous one?
The ink is exactly the same. It's still opaque. However, the nib is finer.
Right.
And also we have a totally different range of colours. They're not so fluorescent. They're more everyday colours.
Faux fluorescent?
They're not fluorescent, sorry.
Oh, they're not
fluorescent.
Not faux. That was a new word I was going to learn.
Oh, I was thinking then myself. But yeah, so they're a range of everyday colours.
Yeah.
That you can use. I mean, I love using them. In the black journal, I mean, I love doing like the mandala. That is a swatch with all the colours as a mandala.
Wow, now that's
and I do openly admit, I know I bore people, I am a colour swatch person, but why not make the colour swatching more interesting?
Yeah.
So that is every single colour in that set, and I can then see how they work against each other and near each other.
You drew that? Did you? Well, I don't know why I'm questioning you.
But it was just a way of being able to, rather than just, I know you've got a swatch there, but rather than keep doing that, if it's in your journal, I just thought it's something nicer to keep. And I know there are all those pens as well, sort of thing.
I just think that is absolutely amazing. Did you draw around anything to make the circles?
Yeah, I love base layering dies. And I have quite a few base layering dies. So to draw around the circles, I can then die cut so many different, and then you get to a point where you can't, and it's just your own doodles or a few lines, sort of thing.
I think
and then
it's
just
amazing.
A quote on the side.
Look, you can do that. Get the pens home. We're very, very busy for the Moonlight Fine. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Inspiration to us all. Inspiration. Right, we've got some more for you. These are your Stardust. Now, these have glitter in, don't they, with your Stardust? And these really do. I've got a couple of these in my stash, and I love them because I don't use all of them all the time, but I use some of them most of the time, and it really does make an impact when you do that, doesn't it?
Alex is a big Stardust fan. She brought, she coloured some of Charmaine's stamps in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she showed them on air how she'd coloured them and layered all the colours up to create card fronts, toppers with them. They were beautiful. But because, again, the ink in there, whilst it's wet, you can blend. Also, you can blend from pen to pen to pen. Normally, we say don't use a jelly roll on a wet medium, but what we're talking about is on top of a watercolour or another type of medium. With each other, you can get them to work with each other. So that picture there is a stamped image. It's one of Emma Blake's, and I've coloured all of it with the Stardust, and I've just blended each of the colours into each other.
That is fabulous.
Then some of the other areas I've just pulled out with a water brush pen. But your jelly rolls don't just have to be like we're doing for doodling. You can do your colouring techniques if that's what you want to do with them.
And do you know what? There's glitter in there, but it's not over glitter, is it? We've not gone overboard. It's more of a sparkle, isn't it? It looks sensational. £18.99, saving £4. You get 12 of the pens, 364,487. Oh, I just want everything. You know, you just want everything. I just want everything. I'm doing a Catherine. I just want everything. Right, now you've got two separate options here. You've got number 1 or number 5. I think I've got both of these. I've got all the colours. Go for both if you can. I'll put some pictures later on Facebook so you can see what I've been up to. £13.99. These are great for colouring in, for drawing the lines so that it looks like you've coloured them in. For example, when you see on the peacock, that is a great example there, especially when you're doing feathers and fine line detail, maybe for your smaller animals and insects, and maybe for floral designs as well. Right, which one shall I show you first? I'll show you the 0.45, which is the 0.5 or the half. You can see there the thickness. So you've got the black, the red, the blue, the green, the brown and the purple, and then you've got the number 1. If I put these side by side, you can tell the difference there. So your number 1, you can see, is a lot finer. 613159 is your item number. Only £13.99. You get 6 in a pack. You choose, you decide. If you want to go for these with your one-day special, then the cost will be divided into 2, which means if you want to go for both sets, you can do. It's entirely up to you. Right, now your brush pen complete set, remember you get 2 of these in the one-day special, but the complete set is £43, saving £3 on this particular deal, but that's for £24. brush pens. You get them all in their little plastic wallets as well, so it keeps them nice and neat. 412026 is your item number, and it's available on FlexiBuy as well. So 2 payments of £21.50. That is exceptional value and a great way to buy, isn't it? It's a great way to buy because you get all the colours in one go and you get them all sent out to you, dispatching on March the 31st. And it's a great way to give a gift to someone who, again, is starting their journey or is in the midst of their journey of colouring. Now, if you just want one colour pack, you can do, and we've got a price for that. It's £11.50. So if you've got your eye on one of them, I don't know why I keep going, oh, hi. If you've got your eye on one of them, then it's £11.50, 700872. And if you've got your eye on two of them, well, it's going to be double that price until you want to go for the whole set of 4. Then you can divide the cost into 2 and it makes it more affordable. There you go. Right, so let's have a look at some other items. The white jelly rolls, all the remaining options are limited stock. We're always busy for these when we have them on. I told you we'd be busy. So that's your fine, your bold and your medium, 3 in a pack. And it's £9.50 for any 2. Now your jelly roll pick and mix, we're very, very busy for that. You can choose any 3 packs for your pick and mix. And it's only £12.99, yeah. 399792 is your item number. Mixed media journals, are these the black and the, oh, those. Now, the same as your One Day Special, but you are getting your A4 and the A5. This is exceptional value for money, everyone. £16.98 if you want to go for those. That gives you the A4 and the A5. And in the A4, you get 50 sheets. 50 sheets in that. It's a good size, actually. It's really good to hold. Do you know what I mean? It's really good to hold. Now, we've got some sketchbooks next. These are lovely. Oh, I'm just going to stroke these for a while. Right, these are your 13 by 21 centimetres. £12.99 for both of them. Hang on a minute. For both? Oh, hang on a minute. I can't. Wow, okay. I need to leave the show and run upstairs right now. Can you just carry on? £12.99 for both. That is astonishing value for money. Astonishing value for money. Now, the smaller ones, oh my goodness. I've got one of the larger ones and I've got the black one. You've got the little area at the side to pop your pen in, so you can keep your best pen there. You've got your lovely wraparound, what would we call that? Ribbons?
Elastic.
That's it, elastic. That'll do. You're elastic. And then now that is blacker than black, and that's why all of your Moonlight pens just look amazing. And it's a good quality paper. I know it's lighter than what we think, but actually it takes abuse is not the right word, but I do put like gel mediums, gessos. I will still doodle on top of them and things like, and they will take, you know, a lot of all the different types of journaling that you want to do in there. Oh, I just want to start doodling in one now. Should have bought mine. I'll bring it tomorrow. £9.99 for your black. And now the pages in this, let me just show everyone this at home, because they're not, it's a cream colour, which just makes them look absolutely gorgeous to use. This is superb value for money. Gosh, I'd be multi-buying. I'm glad I said gosh then. 583218 is your item number. That's for your 12 by 12. You also have your other size as well. £12.99 for both of those. I just can't get over that. I best hand you back to Lou. I can't get over that, Lou.
No, I can't actually. When you showed them to me, I was looking at you as well going,
we were both looking at each other going,
really?
What?
Right, so where we were doing that doodle there on the smaller sheet, I just wanted to show, this is me on the A4, so I do exactly the same. So these are little blocks of squares. So I've got different types of flowers. I've got that leaf design. I've done, as we were doing here, but in a slightly different way down there. I've then done another little checkerboard pattern there. And I do this because then I've got lots, it's a bit like having your own background paper. And then what I've done when I do that is I go then one step further. I just move some space and I will actually cut them up. We're quite happy to sit there and cut up a backing paper, but you know, we can do that with our doodles. So that is one of my strips where I've done in a grey. That is one of the flowers that I've just cut out. I've then taken and cut the leaf design into squares. As you can see, I've had a real field day. I've taken one of the smaller designs over there and decided to use it as a small square straight away. And I could carry on there. I've turned one into a strip and so on and so forth. Because sometimes it's knowing what to do with our doodles afterwards. So I thought it would be nice to have an idea do some little different things with them. So let's move that over there. So I've got, I've just drawn around a circle die. These are the Crafts 2 one. And I'm really actually now cross with myself because they've got the stitched edged ones and I've gone for the plain, and the stitch edge would have been brilliant because it would have been a different detail. Now all I want to do is I am just going to, I've cut far too many out. I just doodled away. And I just want to now just start adding these in different places. So, and then I can start and cut down. So I can now cut that down as a strip. Now I'm doing mine black and white. We could colour them, but for speed, I just thought, actually, no, I'm going to put that going that way. I've changed my mind already. And I've got the glue going like that. What else have I got here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah, let's do one of these now. So I can have, I'm going to put this across there. And if you'd coloured these in, I mean, you could then have your jelly rolls going on. You could use your kois. You could use absolutely anything.
I love this idea of just breaking up the page. Isn't it fabulous?
And then let's grab, I'm going to cut this in half, a flower down that way, because I can actually start, if I want to, I'm actually going to cover over the whole of that there. And we collage with, you know, with papers, rice papers and things like that. So if we're worried, why not do exactly the same with our own doodles?
Lou?
Yes? Sorry, the way you said it, I felt like I had to...
Is it the 12 by... Is it the larger ones? Limited stock. Oh, that means I'm not going to be able to get hold of any.
Oh, no.
Oh. Listen, all I'll say is get these before Catherine runs upstairs and gets the rest. That's all I'll say, because she will. She will. That's an amazing deal. I can't believe I'm doing... Well, I love doing this show with you, Lou. You know I do, but I wish I was at home to get these. That's an amazing deal. $12.99. I still can't get over that.
I can't get over that.
I really can't.
When you were showing it just now, I was like, really?
Wow.
Put too much glue on.
Lucky people at home, that's all I'll say.
Right, so I'm just going to build up different parts of the design, and I can just keep taking, and I've just got, I've got a little bit there, just put some glue on there.
They've gone, they've sold out, everyone. You can still get the 12 by 12. These are approaching limited. These are the ones that I've got. Love these. They're a coffee table. Well, they're not a coffee table. That's ridiculous.
They're a good journey, though. You know, like
what a great statement that is. They are a coffee table. It's because I'm trying to doodle. Oh, breathe, Janice, breathe. Get a grip. All right.
Okay. So that I've just put there. I'm just going to. Oh, sorry, Janice. I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh no, that's all right.
So I'm just going to just rub those down to make sure all the edges are done. And then what I want to do is I've done the same again, but I've used a slightly bigger, so I'm just grabbing my dies, a slightly bigger piece. So these are the Craft 2 circle, plain circle. As I said, I'm actually quite cross with myself because I really think I should have gone and used the stitched edge.
All the notebooks are gone now. 12 by 12 and...
No.
The 13 by 21, they've all gone. They've all gone and sold out, so they're gone. Well done, everyone, for getting those.
Oh, wow. Right, just going to put this over here.
Well gel, as they say.
Well gel. So, now, as I said, I'm a little bit cross with myself, because if we'd have got the stitched ones out, this would now add another layer of doodling, but the dies have done it for you. Because I'm a great believer in bringing in all the bits and pieces you've got. So if you're a card maker and you've got layering dies, bring them into doing with your doodling. So I'm just going to move that one out of the way. And then if I cut this one, file that we started earlier. And we'll do that. So I'm just bringing them back to me because it's quicker, and I've just seen the glass block there, and I thought before I whiz my plates through at a rate of knots, I don't really want to be clearing the floor. So we've got that one now there. I'm just going to pull that back carefully, file the die, and we'll move that there. So now I've shaped all those doodles into different circles. So if I grab my journal, oh, that's a doodle for tomorrow. Oh, that's another doodle for tomorrow. You know when you go, oh, 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 oh. So now I can start building up a doodle journal page. So I've got this now in the centre here. Also, I could put this on a circle card front.
Lou, we've only got 5 minutes left.
OK, I mean, I could put that on a card front, and if I cut one of my own flowers out again, which I've done,
yeah,
and I'm just shaping it, and I layer it again with a sentiment in the middle, I've created my own card, which is a doodle. And I could put a little button in there, I could put a ribbon, I could do anything. So I've got this circle here, so if I wanted to build this up here, I'm just going to grab a pencil, and let's just cut that away. Now, for speed, I'm going to cut it. I think if I was going to be really precise, I would get my dies out and do it, just so I've got that perfect curved edge. So now I can put one part there, and then I can slip the other part that I've cut away just slightly there, and I could carry on building. And so now, with my own small doodles from doing a swatch like that, cutting them up, you suddenly can then create, because this is gradually now going to be on a whole A4 piece, so it doesn't make doodling daunting, if that makes sense.
Oh, I love that. Doesn't make doodling daunting.
Yeah, but it's just a different way.
Don't make doodling daunting. Try saying that fast at home.
I don't want to try it again now I've said it. But I just thought it's another way of you creating a doodle art journal with your doodles without you having to keep repeating and repeating and repeating, just practicing. And then the other things I've done, so we'll just move them there, do that way. I then did it exactly the same, but I did it with a tag.
Okay.
So it's actually made a tag with it. So all now is I can actually grab the, which I will do between shows, I can grab the coins we've got on, and I could colour in pieces. I could just put a simple sentiment, that could sit there. Like I said, I've got the flowers there that I could layer up again, where I've got my other doodle flowers and have them coming off because they look a bit like butterflies. I then took it one step further, yes. Because I got carried away. You know when you go, oh, oh, oh. So I took one of my squares and I've just literally cut it in half, and then I've backed the same doodles, but this is now on the journal paper that we've got, and I've backed them and made triangle to make like a pinwheel, so I can put a centre in there, and the same with with another type of doodle with like a pinwheel in there. So it was just giving you ways of, you know, not to be daunted by such a large space to create something, if that makes sense.
It certainly does.
And then, you know, you can bring your colours in, bring your microns in. So it was just to show, so now all of a sudden, just doing that and adding there, I can do exactly the same and carry on building with my circles and my circle designs, add my own doodling, colour wash the background. So like all the ways you like to create your backgrounds, we could do with the coins, we could splatter them out from there, or just leave it black and white. I quite like it black and white on a colour background. I'm not quite sure.
I just find that amazing. But what's nice about it, Lou, is that you could actually give that to somebody and they could colour that in. You've actually created a colouring book for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you made that into a circle card, because I've got the layering dies there, you could do that. It could be, like you say, something to colour in. But it's your doodles and it's helping you practice. So from just taking from that smaller sheet, which we were working on, I mean, to a larger sheet, and then just cutting the designs up and treating it like we would do a normal piece of decorative paper. We'd snip into it in decoupage and do layers on top, but all we're doing is taking our own drawing, if that makes sense.
It certainly does. I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. And I've just been doodling and scribbling away whilst Lou's been doing her stuff, because it's so inspirational and you just want to do it. So try it at home and do pick up the pens that you have and doodle with us. And then when you get your One Day Special home, you can watch the show again on Rewind, so you can really doodle along, which is fantastic, isn't it? Now, your One Day Special has been very, very busy. How much of the stock has gone? A quarter of the stock already, Lou. Wow. Oh, I'm so happy for everyone, because this might be a brand new hobby that you're thinking of taking up. Maybe you've had some time on your hands, let's face it, we all have, and you've been sat down at home thinking, what do I do now? I need some inspiration to go and do some painting. But you don't want to paint, but you just want some inspiration to paint. Or maybe you want to jot some ideas down. Maybe you love poetry, but you like to doodle and add pictures to that. It doesn't matter what medium you use, your mixed media journals will work perfectly for your acrylic paints, for your inks, for your watercolours and for your pens as well. You've also got that reservoir brush, which is fabulous because you can take your water with you. You've got that limited edition in your Micron pens that you can only get now in the One Day Special. You've also got those fabulous, fabulous brush pens as well. You've got some great colours there to work with. And you've also got your jelly roll pens as well. Now, everything's going to be dispatched from the 31st of March. Those are your details. Divide the cost into 2 payments of £22.86. And if you want anything else on the show before it sells out, you best go and check it out and put it in your basket and sort yourself out. Get it checked out. And then you can come back at 8 o'clock with our Lou and Catherine for another fabulous show. Oh, Lou, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Always an inspiration. Just make sure Catherine doesn't do better than me, because I'll never hear the last of it.